Good evening.
Sawadee Kap.
I'm Charlie Crowson.
And I'm Chris Soulette.
And we're here to do English news with you this Wednesday.
Once again.
So it's picked up a bit today. It's been a little bit warmer today. I don't know if this signals the end of the cool season.
It might.
But
we'll know over the next 2 to 3 days if the cold season's really over.
It's been sweaty. It's been a sweaty day. It's. I hope that it's a one-off because quite been enjoying the cool season.
I do like the cool season.
Well, we'll get started with our first piece today. KCTV update here for you on the drought situation in Yasothon, Amnatcharan, Phitsanulok and Lampang provinces. Villages at Bang Muang Don in Tambong Muang Don, Ampur Prathai, Nakhon Ratchasima are currently encountering the drought disaster. There is no water in the village, pond or other water resources. Over 600 residents from 160 residences are suffering. They are asking for the local governmental office to help them with water as soon as possible. Villages at Bang Na Vieng in Tambon Kuchan, Ampur Kam Kun Gao, Yasothon province have been affected as well. Over 100 residences have been living with a lack of water. They have been unable to farm and feed their cattle. Luckily, the villagers have been able to farm peanuts instead. Recently, middlemen and marketers are buying their peanuts for 25 to 30 baht per kilogram. The Thai Royal Army are sending water trucks to help residents in Tambon Nonam Deng, Ampur Amwang, Amnatcharan province. Schools and residents have been supported by soldiers from the army. Besides water, the army has also donated blankets and winter clothes to the residents as well. At Phitsanulok province, Mr. Raj Wongsawat, one of the farmers, told us that it has not rained for several months and his Asian potato crop in the garden is in danger of dying. Farmers in the province are asking governmental officers for urgent help. Mr. Prichao Rung Chan, the governor, said 6 districts, 16 sub-districts and 101 villages in Phitsanulok have been designated as drought disaster areas. The province will rush to help them with water. At Tambon Jesung in Lampang, Mr. Chumpon Srisawat, a mayor of Muang district, surveyed the area after having heard reports by the residents over the drought. After the survey, the mayor found that the water in the area is getting dried out. There is very little help and there's very little tap water as well. At Ampur Muang Pan, leading officers surveyed water resources in all areas and plan on helping the residents in these areas as soon as possible. So there have been some water problems, but I suppose it won't be long until the rains come.
And then we'll have a different kind of water problem.
Back, and then we'll have the other water
Then
problem.
we'll have the floods, and then in the winter we'll have the droughts.
What's your preference?
It's a bit strange. I don't know. I prefer the drought to the floods. I don't like wrinkly skin.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And driving with an umbrella.
Driving with an umbrella is a bit difficult.
It's more tricky, isn't it?
Our next story up for the night is continuing about droughts and cold weather as well. The Thailand's Meteorological Department's northern office said that cold weather conditions will continue for most of the northern provinces, and they are advising residents not to burn items in the area. Smoke and wildfire appeared in many areas in the north of Thailand. These fires and smoke are usually caused by the dry weather. Chiang Mai now has dim skies and misty weather in the morning. Thailand's Meteorological Department Northern Office says that the cold weather will continue in most northern provinces, especially during the dates of January 24th until the 25th. The temperature is expected to drop by 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. It was 13 degrees in Nan province and 16 degrees in Chiang Mai province this morning. On the top of Doi Intanon, the temperature was a chilly 7 degrees Celsius this morning. However, while the weather is still cold in the north, residents are being advised they should not burn dry leaves or grasses to prevent further air pollution. The office also said that this year's drought will be worse than last year's. Residents should get prepared quickly and use water wisely.
Well, some stunning panoramic shots there from the.
If you've ever been up to Chiang Mai this time of year, you do know that they do burn quite a bit of the leaves and the old hay, and it does look very much like that, and it becomes kind of hard to breathe. Actually, at some points it's
Absolutely, yeah. We'll give you a little idea of what we've got coming up for the rest of the show. We'll have a little bit of information about the Thai Royal Army donating to victims, police who have commanded residents to stop digging and building. We've got some information on the ONET exams that are coming up at the beginning of next month for Matium 3 and 6, a murder in Songkhla, and prison-related meth and heroin drug stories. So there's plenty to keep us busy for the coming 20 minutes. On to our next story. The Saranari Army Base, 21st Royal Thai Army Region 2, donated blankets to residents in Ampere Nongbung Mak, Nakhon Ratchasima Province, as the drought situation continues in 27 districts. Major General Somsak Thongpila, the director of the Suranari Army Base, 21st Royal Thai Army Region 2, and military housewives handed 200 blankets to residents in Ampere Nongbun Mak, Nakhon Ratchasima Province. The blankets were given by the Thai Royal Army. Besides the blankets, some sports equipment were handed to schools in the area, and mobile medical units were provided to give medical aid to residents for free. However, Nakhon Ratchasima's Office of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Department said even they had not included the province as a disaster area yet, but the drought situation is currently affecting 27 districts in the province.
wow.
Lots of blankets being handed out.
It's a good deed. It does need to get done, but it seems that it happens every year. You would think more people would kind of maybe just buy a blanket at some point, and just in case,
Blankets
get
get wet,
prepared.
blankets get old, blankets
They
get
do
moldy,
get wet. They do get old, but you can put them up high. You can put them in one of those big bags. Just little preparation.
That's preparation.
We know the weather here, so a little preparation can go a long way, I think.
I've had to get my sleeping bag out for the last few nights. Sleeping bag weather.
It's good though.
It's good.
It's quite nice.
It is good, but it's also nice when you see the football matches back home and you realise that it's snowing back home. And
it's freezing, and
they're deciding whether they should
my
call
parents
off,
are right now. So
whether they're going to call off football games or not because it's -5 degrees and snow tipping down. So.
There'll be a lot more tourists coming to Thailand pretty soon from England, I imagine, if that weather continues.
Absolutely.
For them, the weather here will be balmy and paradise.
Well, that's all we've got time for in the first half. We'll be back after these breaks. Welcome back. So, Chris, what have you got up for us next?
Up next, a news item tonight is that officers from the Command Police Division 3 under the Crime Suppression Division for Environment and Natural Resources have ordered residents and a certain company to temporarily stop digging in the Clong River. Colonel Sitirot Nipipong, a director of the Crime Suppression Division for Environmental and Natural Resources, and his 30-member team visited a contracting company at Ban Bo in Tambon Nong Ken Pen and at Ban Mai Ken in Tambon Huai Kayung Ampa Waran Chamrap Ubon Ratchathani province. Officers ordered the company to stop digging in the Clong River after it was found that the company had no record of registration. Police also received a report from afflicted residents who live nearby over the company's recent work. Officers will be investigating and shall make a determination if the company will be allowed to continue their work at a later date.
There's a lot of digging, a lot of sand.
I imagine, but if they are dumping what they're digging out into neighborhoods, they probably shouldn't be doing that. So
Absolutely, but there's so much digging going on in Karat. If you drive out on some of the roads, Mukamontri heading due east at the moment, they're having themselves a field day.
well, they're taking advantage of the drought in order to clear out all the drainage ways. So hopefully, when the rains do come, we don't see the kind of flooding that we normally do in Karat. And somebody's on the case. It's good to see that the Crime Suppression Division for Environment and Natural Resources does take their job seriously, and
Well remembered.
they'll get to the bottom of it.
Excellent. Okay, we'll move on to our next piece now. Nakhon Ratchasima's Office of Local Government presented a meeting about the ONET examination organisation. The meeting was to announce the venues and the staff so that everything will be led in the same direction. Nakhon Ratchasima's Office of Local Government presented a meeting about the ONET examination organisation. The meeting was to announce the venues and the staff so that everything can be led in the same direction in future. The ONET examination is for Matium 3 and Matium 6 students for their higher educational level enrolment. Mr. Suchat Nopawan, the Vice Governor, was president of the meeting. Many related staff and educational sectors attended the meeting. Nakhon Ratchasima has 15 school venues for the Matium 6 exam and 71 schools for the Matium 3 exam. There will be 7,580 students taking the exams this year. The ONET examination will take place on February the 3rd, 2013. The Vice Governor added that the examination will be a transparent and justified event. This meeting was to set and prepare the same methods and processes for the examination at each venue. So, Chris, have you taken any examinations or set any examinations in Thailand previously?
I have taken some examinations in Thailand, and now I don't remember what.
Did you feel that they were?
They were pretty well organized. I never liked those big standardized tests when I was young, so my heart goes out to all the Matium 3 and Matium 6 students that are going to be studying like crazy, trying to pass these tests.
7,580 students, so that's...
Wow.
It's going to be busy.
A lot of kids, a lot of pencil sharpeners.
There's a lot of pencil sharpeners. It's a lot of whiteout. It's a lot of whiteout.
Exactly. Our next story this evening is that Songkhla police have arrested Mr. Utit Chuchuai, the president of Songkhla Provincial Administration Organization, for the murder of Mr. Pira Tanisirani, the former Muang Songkhla mayor. Songkhla police have arrested Mr. Utit Chuchuai, the president of Songkhla's Provincial Administration Organization, at his house on Nasaran Road in Muang Songkhla for the murder of Mr. Pira Tanisirani, the former Muang Songkhla mayor. Mr. Utit was arrested for ordering the shooting of the former Songkhla mayor. General Chintat Misuk, assistant commander of the Provincial Police Region 9, who arrested Mr. Utit, said that Mr. Utit has denied all allegations. Police also issued the arrest warrants for 5 other people involved in the shooting, one being Mr. Pramod Sang Arun, president of the Tambon Taton Administration Organization, Mr. Chayan Nupan, Mr. Atip Duangmak, Mr. Natapo Nekle, Mr. Sutkit Chankio. Police have previously arrested other gunmen they claimed were hired by Mr. Utit Chuchuai and 5 other people. Well,
Quite a nice house.
quite a nice house. Well, he's not going to be seeing it for a while, very possibly.
Yeah.
Looks to be a bit like his number's up, I guess.
Yeah.
Strange. It's always weird to read stories of this type and wonder why you would risk being, you're the president of Songkhla Provincial Administration organization, and you are ordering the murder of a former mayor. That's huckshpa.
Politics. Our final piece this evening. Chiang Rai's Central Prison officers seized meth and heroin packed inside a package before it was shipped out to the drug buyers. Chiang Rai's Central Prison officers seized 200 meth tablets and 19 grams of heroin packed inside a package before it was shipped to the addressee. The addressee, written on the package, said simply, "To Rat from Lana," and was addressed to a prison in Pae Province. The addressee turned out to be Mr. Sak Boon Sung, and the address obviously being his prison. Meth was hidden inside a fashion magazine. The magazine was specially made to cover the meth. However, there was Mr. Sak in Chiang Rai Central Prison. Officers also said if the package passed into the prison, meth and heroin would be valued at about 300,000 baht. Sort of reminds me of my old address in Thailand. Charlie.
You were in a prison?
No. Assumption College. Charlie, Assumption College, and that would get you. To me. So, I don't know. Rat has obviously got himself a short address as well. Useful.
Well, at least they got it. That's pretty good.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. I've been Charlie Crowson.
And I'm still Chris Salet.
Take care. Good night.